out here, and I'm 70.
You're 70 years old.
How old are you?
30.
Okay. And bad family. I was in Northeast Maryland, and I had an aroma in my foot because I had something in my foot, and it created a night. And then I got an infection in here. It went up to here and created a nidus and started paralyzing everything. And they had to take me in, um, and they were going to cut my legs off. I don't know how many times I was in there. But my father did a bad thing to me. And you can look up Rovner product. I was over in a house there in Maryland. In that's where his company was over there in North Baltimore County. And I was in a house, and I got they didn't have air conditioning. I went downstairs, and I got that black mold in my. So I got all in there, and then I got in a fight. He told the guy to get in a fight with me. And when I hand the little flip phone, and have smartphones, and to my father, he tells the policeman, because I was wrestling the guy because he was throwing all my stuff out. And one of the things I had was cancer treatment. He says, oh, my son's off of his meds. First of all, my uncle's a pharmacist. I've never been on meds. So they took me. I didn't know what was happening. I thought they were arresting me because I was fighting with the guy. They take me to Shepherd Pratt, which is a mental institution. I was there locked up for 13 hours. And I'm saying I'm a doctor and do it. So of course they're thinking I'm crazy, right? And they locked me up there, and then the charges never got dropped. So wherever I went, they followed me. I'm autistic. I'm not crazy or schizophrenic or mentally ill or any of that stuff. So he did a bad thing, got me locked up there, and I never got charges. And so then there, they EP'd me uh, to a 12th downtown to a mental place. Oh, we're going to help you out here. First of all, they finally realized I was autistic. I was in there for a year, in a bed, not moving for a year with a catheter in. And when they did the surgery, he worked it so hard they cut part of my spinal cord, so I don't have any muscles back here. It took a year before I could even use my hands. So they should have got me a lawyer, lawsuit, got me out of there. They didn't do any of that stuff. I got over $900 billion in lawsuits going. They did all kinds of horrible things to me there. So they take me down to this mental place there, and there's people there that are really messed up. One guy shot his face off, and there was a woman in there. They were horribly treating people. They weren't trained properly. She had fibromyalgia. She couldn't lift up. They were throwing her around. There was only like 12 of us there. That 2 week stay was $33,000
In a mental institution.
in a mental psych ward. And then finally, they said, "You're fine. You have autism. We'd like you to take some drugs." No, they tried to give me drugs, right? I would put, and this all happened from bad dental wear. It's another. So anyway, so I would put a brownie up in here and then put the pill up in here. I never took it. I never took the stuff. They did shoot me up a couple of times, and then it was horrible. Then
How long ago was this?
so that was in like a couple years ago.
Okay.
So over here, I came here so I could get. Um, the first time I tried to get when the hurricane was coming, they arrested me and stuck me for 9 weeks in the hospital.
How come?
Um, well, actually, it turned out to be good because 9 weeks because the hurricane came and the guy arrested me because I wasn't getting moving fast enough. They arrested me and put an ankle brace. More lawsuits, more lawsuits. Going to over at Sunny Isles over there, 161st Street. They won't let me in the store. They won't let me in the store to shop. That's another. Every time I go in there, that's another lawsuit. you can't be doing this stuff. I have American Disabilities Act, so I have stuff for that lawsuits. It'll be going on for a long time. So I'm here now, and through this and the operation, morning amputate my feet. So all I got to do is get back in, start exercising and teaching, and I got a great life. I'm 70. I will be going for a long time.
How long have you been out here in Miami, living in the streets?
I did get here in August last year. Yeah, over Miami Beach.
Yeah. And what led to you being here? What led to you ending up here in
Well,
this situation?
I was trying to find the for I don't know how long, a month, the Camillus. I thought I could get in there and stay in there. So
Hmm.
there's a cold spell and they let us in. They serve breakfast in the morning, you can shower and things like that. Get my mail. So that's how I came over here. I kept thinking it was over there in Miami Beach. There's nothing there. It took me a freaking month to figure out it was over here.
Were you able to get in?
Just for the cold spell. In the mornings, you can go in and get a little ticket and get a breakfast, and then get uh, shower and
Yeah.
get my mail. So by now, my friend, a check should be coming in. I'll get a suitcase full of food, and then I'm out of here. Soon, I tote. They
Yeah.
threw away my tote. I could pull stuff around, so I'm carrying things now.
What do you think about the shelters?
They're nice. They really, I think they could bring more people in
Yeah.
and not just leave them out on the streets. What I would like to do, this guy over here, Linwood, I want to buy that property across here. I want to make millions, billions of dollars. When I buy it, I'll call it Bodie's house.
Hmm.
Come in, you got a hot tub, you get sushi, but you learn skills
Yeah.
and teach them how to do this, and they'll be off and running. Anybody can do it. Get them off the meds and all that kind of crap.
Bonnie, can you speak to me about what your experience has been out here, living out here? What have you seen? What have you experienced?
Well, the people are mostly know what they're doing. I mean, some people walk around and they're talking to somebody or they're not getting their meds. But mostly everybody seems to be okay, helping each other. If I find food, I'll give it to somebody,
Yeah.
and it's nice and warm. If it was northeast, it was up there freezing, it
So
wouldn't
cold.
happen. So and all these workers come, so sometimes they give me money or stuff like that or water. So twice I got $20, man. That's like hitting the jackpot.
Yeah.
But mostly people do okay here. I don't know how the people feel here, that live here, or what it does to their property values. Um, I think they could take in more people there.
What do you think they don't? I always hear that people are trying to get into the shelters, but they can't get into the shelters.
Just I don't know if it can't be resources. They got these trucks riding around. I don't know. Each person's different. Some people are in, then I see them in, and then they're out. And I don't understand. There's plenty of space in there. Have you been inside there?
I have not.
Uh, why don't you try to get in? So you could be a guard. So that's all. And they go in there. They have a university there, so they're teaching. And there's only 3 computers running in downstairs. And they give out sandwiches or snacks sometimes, and clothes and exchange and things like that. But I don't know why they don't just take people in. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Do you think that people don't want to go in because of the rules of the shelter?
No, you can stay out until 10
Okay.
and go out shopping and things and get deliveries there. I don't know why they don't let certain people in. And some people need to be in there. And they're just kind of laying out on the streets in the shade. And I get chased out of there down there because there's a playground there. So I came up here. I've been down all the way down there, and there's no porta johns out here. What do you think people are doing? Shitting all over the place. That's not good. It's not a good existence. Should be put some porta potties up, every couple blocks, and that's all. But while it's warm, it's fine. I mean, it's never cold. It's rarely cold.
Do you have any addictions, Bon?
No.
No. I feel like that's one of the misconceptions that people have about homelessness, that
Oh
they're
no.
either on alcohol or on drugs. You don't seem to be on either. What do you think are some of those
I'd
misconceptions?
say, well, they don't understand what they. If they talk to somebody, they would understand. There are people that have certain drugs or painkillers or things that they come out. Sometimes they're thrown out of the hospital too early. I would say 80% of people are just out here. They're not on drugs or anything like that.